So this is the old footboard and headboard that I have, and I actually scooped these up off the side of the road last spring. Somebody just tossed them out. It was quite simple to remove the wheels. I just had to twist them around and pull them out of the hole. If you are using a headboard and footboard that are different sizes, you want your footboard to be for the side pieces. I'm going to stop when I get to the spindle, and I'm going to turn my footboard over and cut from the top. Even though it was 21 inches exactly in each length here, I don't like that we have uneven spindles on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make my side pieces for my bench shorter. Using my jigsaw, I trimmed off the top piece as well so that it lined up perfectly with my bottom cut. Now that we have both our side pieces cut, we are going to give them a quick sanding on the cut edges to make sure they're nice and smooth. So when I put my pieces together at a 90-degree angle, this third spindle is preventing it from sitting flush up against the other headboard. So I'm actually going to cut this one out. Next, I placed the headboard up on my work surface. Using a drill, I drilled 3 pilot holes. To secure the side pieces to the headboard, I used 3-inch wood deck screws. And then I tipped the bench over so that I could secure the screws tightly in place. With the one side piece on, I was able to then stand my bench up so that I could fix the other side piece to the bench. I do want to mention that pilot holes are very important, especially if you're working with an older headboard and footboard, because you don't want the wood to split. Now that the frame of our bench is completed, we can move on to making a seat. First, I used a tape measure to measure the distance on the inside of these side panels. So what I did was I drilled some pilot holes in the side panels, and then I placed my wood pieces in place, and then using 3-inch screws, I screwed through the side panel into my pieces of wood. And then I repeated the process on the other side. To complete my bench seat, I used some scrap pieces of wood that I had from an old shelf, and then I took a measurement so that I could cut them to fit so there wasn't a large overhang. Since I liked the weathered look of the vertical pieces, I wanted to paint my bench first before fixating them. I did 1 coat of country chic paint over the entire bench. As well, I painted the wood pieces of the bench seat. I placed the vertical slats in place, lining them up, making sure that they were all straight and that the spaces in between were even. And then using an air nailer, I secured the slats into place. Now that my bench was completed and finished, I placed it here on the porch in this stunning space, and I love how perfect this project came together. But I do hope that this will inspire you to think about what materials you can repurpose to make a cute, adorable bench for your front porch.